So I'd like to go over our Pure Life protocol, or how we get people well in our office. It's very important that everyone understands this process. Now, part of the art of being a practitioner is we have a variety of cases coming in. Literally, we see infants to people who are 100 years old. We see people with migraine headaches to people who are professional athletes who want to better their performance. So you can see we have people literally on their deathbed, cancers, Parkinson's, multiple sclerosis, and people who just have a little common cold. So principles are principles though, and what we follow is a principled approach to healthcare. So let's go over what we do using this chart right here. If we look at this chart, on the y-axis you'll see health, and most of us are born with pretty close to 100% health, right? However, what happens is this. Somewhere, usually when you're a kid, you get your first subluxation, which is when the top bone of your neck misaligns, and it puts pressure on your nervous system, and your health starts to dwindle down. It's a pretty bad time. This is when you're starting to get symptoms. You start to maybe get headaches, maybe start to not feel good. We call this aging. It's not aging, it's a buildup of toxicity and acids in the body. So your memory might start to go, you feel tired, you feel weak. We all know what normal aging feels like, what we call aging. It's not how we're supposed to feel. We're supposed to feel vital, energized, enthusiastic about life all the time, just like when you were a kid. And that's our goal, is to get you back to that point, reversing the disease process. So when we meet people and they come in our office, that's where they're at, the very bottom of this peak. And hopefully that's the lowest point they ever get to when they see us. Our care has two phases. Phase 1 lasts about 12 weeks, symbolized between those two dashed lines, and phase 2 over here. Now really, ideally, I would love the whole world to be checked. Just like you see a dentist, right? You need to maintain your teeth. We need to maintain your health and get your checkups periodically to make sure you're doing okay, but it shouldn't be overkill. One of the first things I hear, criticisms of chiropractors, is they see you so often, and they see you for life. Now, for life is not a problem, like I said, just like a dentist. However, so often is a problem. Many people are getting overseen, over-adjusted, which actually damages the spine over time. So how often do you see us? Again, it's a little different for everybody, but let's go through our process when we do this. When somebody comes in, they come in at different ages. They have different ages of how long they've been subluxated for. So if a 10-year-old comes into my office versus a 60-year-old, there's a big difference between those two people and how much care they need, right? 10-year-old, literally, pretty quick, doesn't need many visits. A 60-year-old needs a little bit more, but still, you'll be surprised how little care they need. So in the initial care, which lasts 12 weeks in our office, the reason we do this, it's not that all your health problems are going to go away in 12 weeks. But our main goal in the 12-week process is to get you to be the master of your health, to correct the top two bones of your neck called your upper cervical spine, and to get them fairly stable, so you don't need to get adjusted over and over and over again, okay? Now, most chiropractors see people the first 12 weeks, maybe 30 or 40 times, which is a lot. We see people anywhere from about 8 visits to 14 visits at most. So you can see with the upper cervical methods, the healthcare that we provide, the benefit is you barely need to see us compared to most healthcare. After those initial 12 weeks, what we're doing in those 12 weeks is we're encouraging you, we're giving you tremendous amount of education. You're literally becoming the master of your health, understanding how your body works, how it functions. So at the end of 12 weeks, I mean, you're pretty much a hero. You're feeling way better already, but you're not out of the water yet. After the initial 12 weeks, you go into phase 2 of care. Phase 2 of care is very little of me. As you look at this green line here, as you're getting well, what you'll notice is this. Every time you see that green line come down a little bit, that's when you come out of adjustment. So what knocks you out of adjustment might be to stumble, a fall, maybe you go on a roller coaster with your kids and your head, boom, jostles out of position. You're gonna still need to get checked. And that's why we check you every so often. So in the beginning of care, I might see you once a week for 12 weeks, okay? After the initial 12 weeks, I might see you once a month, then every other month, and then once every 3 months. And we eventually want to keep spreading that out, because what you're going to notice is your spine becomes stronger and stronger. Your eating habits become better and better until you build up momentum and have enough health where you're back to yourself again. You're back to 100% vitality, where you're feeling amazing again. A lot of people reverse age when they're going through this process. You'll take people who are 60 and literally 2-3 years later, they're feeling like they're in their 30s again. So it's pretty amazing what the body can do. So that's pretty much our care, an overlook at it. I'm going to make a couple more videos so you can see the 12-week process more fully, what we do to encourage you, to inspire you, and to get you to be a master of health. And then I'll take another video and show you the rest of care and how easy it really is. Hope you enjoy.